So today we're going to be doing a review for my Gretsch G220 or G220, however you want to say it, I guess. We're going to be doing a review for this thing. And before we say anything positive or negative, let's hear a mix. When I came back into getting into music a little bit ago, I wanted to get it back into bass, not really guitar so much, just because I did find playing bass fun, but more or less finding my own style in this instrument and perfecting it on what I like in both guitar and bass and finding a happy medium. For me, it was kind of a weird thing of I didn't want to so many basses. I'm just sorry, they're just so complicated. Having multiple different knobs that adjust the mids, the bass, the treble, and having preamps. I was like, look, the one thing I like about guitar is simplicity, volume, tone, three-way switch. That's all I need. I'm never going to be blending both the bridge and the neck in a perfect combination with boosting the bass and then cutting some treble and then adjusting the mid frequency. I'm not doing all that. Just give me volume on 10, tone on 7 or 8, and I'm just going to let it rip. That's all I really want. And this is kind of what this gave me. And it's influenced pretty much how I go about buying basses going forward. A lot of them kind of are in this vein. I only have 2 with preamps, and even then I don't really the preamps are pretty much off, or as off can be with them, because it's just, to me, the tone just starts to get very glassy, and it just, for my style of playing and my sound, it doesn't really work for me. So, I guess some good things about this. Number one, if you are a guitarist and you preferably stay in standard to E flat, you will enjoy this because it does pretty much just feel like a baritone. It is a 30-inch scale length, and you do have, as I said, the three-way switch, the volume, the tone. I sweated out the original bridge. As I said, I had it for 3 years by the time I changed it. And at that time, I didn't have as many instruments, so I just used this all the time, and I just sweated out, and that original bridge rusted. I gotta switch this one out because this one's a piece of crap, and I can't intonate it properly. So, yeah, intonation's 2 or 3 cents off. It's not terrible, but it's not great either. Gonna be doing that soon. But I guess negatives is just the positive. I'm on positives. As I said, I'm gonna misspeak, and I'm not doing cuts. But yeah, the positives are it's easy to play. It's fairly light for a bass. Basses are heavier than guitars. I mean, it's fairly light, and it's simple, it's easy to use, and it's very effective. The negatives are pretty much this, and this is just what I'm going to be honest about. It's the scale length. The scale length, 30 inches. You can, if you buy like, I know on my Karina I run like the 110. There them go. I run like 110 to like 54, and that's how I can get down to drop C. For this, I'm like running, I think it's like 95 to something, or like 100. It's like the light. It's like a teal Ernie Ball set. I'm not gonna look it up. I don't think anybody really cares about bass strings. But yeah, it's like the teal set. It's like 100 to like something. They're like super light and comfortable. And I use that to just play this in drop D. And I pretty much keep it in drop D, or I'll tune it up to E standard and keep it within that range. Nothing too crazy. But I think the one big negative is that this just can't be tuned to anything crazy low. So if you're in like a band that's playing in like drop F or something, maybe if you buy like a Digitech drop pedal, you could get away with it. That's my closing thoughts. It's great. It has a great neck. It looks pretty, and it functions. It's an instrument. It's made out of wood and has some string. It's great. I don't know if they still sell these. When I was looking up, didn't really see it on Guitar Center's website, but I didn't look too hard. But I mean, I think that now with the current state of the world, it goes for like $300, which isn't bad. I think when I got it, it was like 200, or it was on sale for like 150, or I got like open box. It was like some crazy situation. I bought it from Guitar Center story, and then like they didn't have it, and they were like, oh, we can sell you an open box for this much, and I just got credit. I got the strap. I was just like, okay, Bob's your uncle. Got an instrument. But yeah, I'm gonna just close it out with a little playing segment. Things pretty good. If you live next to a Guitar Center, they usually have them on the walls, and they come in tons of different colors, from like pink to mint. I think there's like a white one. I'm not crazy about white instruments. We'll get into that another day. I have more instruments to review, some that are white, that I'll talk about just to get dirty very easily. It bugs me because it looks filthy. I have somewhat of OCD. But yeah, that's it. Video's over with. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. Hug your mother. Go drink water. Touch grass. Find some people to jam with. Start a band. Make music. Have fun. Live your life. Have a good one.